All right. Brian, my friend, we've known each other for quite a while.
Quite a while. Yep. Testing. Yep.
Brian, tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I'm Brian Boger. I'm in North and South Carolina, high performance real estate advisors. So we're licensed in both states. For those of you that have referrals in both North and South Carolina,
all right,
please, we're your guy there.
Yep.
I've got 3 small children, a 7-year-old little boy, a 5-year-old little girl, and a 9-week-old little girl as well. Married to Megan. Be in real estate 10 years as of March 10th.
10 years.
Yeah, this year. So 10 years.
And how long have you been a part of High Performance Real Estate Advisors?
That's all I'd know. I was day one, and my business partner, Thomas Elrod, he's the one that, kind of lied to me a long time ago. He said, you'll get into the business, you'll make a lot of money, you don't have to work real hard. And he was right. You can do very well, but you're going to work if you want to be at a certain level in this business. Yeah. So.
Not sure if you know this, but Thomas was my first ever coaching client.
I remember. That's kind of why we're a little spoiled, because everything that you've built here and every system that you've implemented, we have done. Contrary to what the sign says, just a few advances in this, like everything that you've done, we've implemented into our business since I got into the business in 2014. And that's really how we run our business, is through the Glover U model.
I love that. Well, thank you for saying that. And let's talk about you, my friend. So in 2022, you closed 31 units. In 2023, you closed 69 units. So let's talk about 69 units closed. Where did it come from? How did you make that happen?
Well, a lot of my business is repeat and referral business at this point. And my journey is a little interesting because I've had over 540 transactions in the 7 years of full-time production that I've been, or really like 5.5 years.
Yep.
So for me, it's really all about consistency is far more important than intensity. And early on in my career, I made it all about me, how much money can I make, and how many homes can I sell, which was good because I did all right. But until I was coaching, and my coach told me, and he said, Brian, until you show people you care and that they can trust you, then you'll have an opportunity to earn your business. So as soon as I checked my ego, and I made it more about the client versus me and what's going to come in my pocket, I don't have to worry about the money because clients can smell commission breath from a mile away, and I mean it just works out better when I actually care for the people.
The moment the commission check becomes more important than the customer, you've lost.
Correct.
So when you first started, you started as an inside sales associate on the team. Tell us about that journey and how that helped get you to where you are today.
Yeah, so 3 years, March 10th, 2014, and I remember vividly, I asked Thomas, I said, so what am I going to do every day? And he said, well, this is easy. He said, you're going to sit here 6 days a week, 12 hours a day. You're going to make phone calls, and I'm not going to pay you. And I thought about it there for a moment, and I had that big ego, and I was like, well, I got my real estate license. I watch all the reality shows, a lot better looking at that point in time. And I said, you know what? I think I'll just, not yes, but no. So he took it away from me. He said, okay, superstar, why don't you go sell a couple hundred homes and then come back to me? So I asked him one question. If you know Tom, it's very philosophical. I asked him, so what do I need to do? And he says, okay, so you didn't graduate from the school of I know everything. He said, trust me, if you do what's hard, life will be easy, but if you do what's easy, life's going to be hard. So I thought about it for a second. I was like, what's the worst that happens? I fail. So, I then jumped into just inside sales, expireds, withdrawals for sell by owners, and I did that 6 days a week, 12 hours a day. Even when my son was born in 2016, I would come in every Saturday morning, 8 a.m., wear him in a little ergo carrier and bounce him around the office and call expireds and withdrawals. And it gave me the fortitude to continue to keep going, embrace the suck, because those that do or don't, the lead generation can be taxing. On your body and your mind.
Honestly, it's the hardest part of the job.
It's a difficult part of the process, and if you can master that, then it'll set you up for the rest of your life in whatever career and industry you're going to do, as long as you can have conversations with complete strangers and deal with the rejection, because that was the toughest part throughout.
Good stuff. Talk to us about your Rev Up. You guys start your day the same every single day. It's called Rev Up. What does that mean, and what do you guys do?
Yeah, so we've changed it a couple of times throughout the years. We used to do an accountability call every morning at 7 a.m. And then you get some hemming and hawing about you didn't want to do that. Anyway, long story short, we now have a call at 7:30 a.m. and it's an accountability call about what you did the day before and what your goals are for the day. So everybody on the sales team is there. I now drop my 2 children off, so I get in about 8:45 a.m. We do rev up at 9 a.m.
9 a.m.
And we are a faith-based company, so we do start every day with a prayer. And then we start with a positive focus, because how you start your day is how you're going to live your day.
Yep.
And then we role play, we chant, we write, we read, recite, we play a questions game, which is whoever does the 10 motivation questions in regards to a topic the fastest. You get your name on the board, create a rule for the next time. So we make it fun for 30 minutes, and it gives newer agents an opportunity to learn from agents like myself, been in this business for a few years, and it gives me an opportunity to learn from newer agents.
Sure.
Which is huge in this business because of how quickly it does evolve.
And does that agenda change every day, or what's that agenda look like?
Yeah, it's the same way, yet the topic will change. Now we may go the whole week on one topic, an expired script.
Yeah.
We may switch it every single day. Our sales manager Steve runs that, and Thomas steps in every single morning to help educate and train some of the newer agents with that. So it changes depending on what's going on in the market.
Thomas mentioned to me that from time to time you guys use the daily message as a resource as part of that.
Yeah, absolutely, and I forgot about that, so thanks for reminding me. That we do go over the daily message every single day, because it is important when you've got somebody like yourself with a finger on the real estate industry as a whole. It's important to continue to listen to this message and just hear it, because I sometimes have to hear something 2, 3, 7 times before it actually makes sense.
That's right.
So it's important to just see what's going on in the real estate industry as a whole.
Yeah, and the reason why I brought that up is because I got yelled at for not getting it to you guys by 9 a.m. Eastern.
Yeah, you got to get on the ball, my friend. Like we don't do late around our office, so we got to step that up.
No excuses, all right? No excuses. I wanted to say, well, I was on tour, different time zones. No excuses. I get it. All right, so talk to me about nowadays, repeat and referral is your number one, but also commission structures. Now, of course, because of the lawsuit and so forth, we don't need to get into specifics on percentages. We're not price fixing. And you guys have been able to maintain a pretty good commission rate on the buy side. So how have you been able to do that?
Well, first and foremost, I believe in my value as a real estate professional. My business is 60% listings, 40% buyers. And I believe in my value as a buyer's agent, helping people accomplish their goals, just the experience overall. So quite frankly, when we enter into an agreement with a consumer looking to purchase a property, we make it very clear, the seller will, somehow, some way compensate us X. They will pay some, if not all. And if there is any left over, if we can't negotiate it in, then you will be responsible for bringing it to the closing table. And sometimes you do get people that that don't want to do it, but for the most part, after they've looked at our thousands upon thousands of reviews on Google, social media, and everything else, like the value is already there. And quite frankly, I'm not attached to it. So if somebody does not want to work with me because of they don't believe in my value, then I generally will turn it around on them and say, hey, if you went into your office and you told your boss, X, and they had to pay you this, what would it look like? But, I believe in my value as a real estate professional, as does every member of High Performance Real Estate. So, we consider ourselves the best in our market, and we think we should be compensated for it.
Yeah. How many team members do you guys have here today?
We've got 7 of us here today. Where are my high performers at? There we go.
Awesome. All right. Talk to me about how you're using social media to stay in front of your database.
Well, I'll be honest with you, I was just backstage with Erin here, and she was helping me because I really didn't know how to utilize social media. So that was one of my big things for this. And I've asked Tyler, some of the younger generations. So part of my goal this year is to really step my social media game up. I do a lot of live videos when I'm out at listings. I'm guilty. I do post a lot of canvas shots, so I'm really sorry about that as well. And I'm really sorry about that. So,
by the way, I asked you that question intentionally because I had a feeling, So now now we have accountability.
It was not great.
I knew where I was going with that.
Thank you.
So what's your big focus and goal for 2024?
87 units, 34.5 million, and I want to up my repeat and referral database business to approximately 35%, which is about 30 deals. But then yesterday when I hear that it needs to be, X percent, I'm like, well, shoot, now it has to be 43.47 deals from my repeat and referral business. And that's a big part of my business that I'm missing, because people want to do business with those that they like and trust and they know. So that's a really big focus this year.
Awesome. Love it. Let's hear it for Brian. Nice shot, Brian.